What is going on, everybody? We got a best ball mania draft with Boyo here. We're going to be hopping in, jumping in, and we're going to hopefully take it down. If not, we're going to have some fun in the process. Let's go, man. How you doing today, Boyo?
Doing all right, man. Watching the last couple of videos, I love the jump cuts that you're doing on the most recent ones. Sometimes my attention span is absolute dog water, so I appreciate the jump cuts. I think it's
shorter
nice.
makes content
makes it easier to push it out a little bit quicker. So good stuff recently.
Yeah, thanks, man. That's kind of been my goal this season is try to kind of do the same strategy content, but try to pull it out and kind of show it in different ways. So one of the ways I want to do that is just try to do some short form content, and it's like kind of the draft is fun to watch live, especially, and you can always like throw it on in the background when you're doing something else. But it's best when you're like when you just want to like consume 10 minutes of content, 15 minutes of content. It's really good just to have it all in one bite-sized thing. So even for myself, I noticed that. So I'm sure other people are in the same boat.
I agree. Yeah. Just there's so many things out there, and it's not necessarily if you want to feel left out, but there's just so many things.
So
I don't know. Put it on 1.25, 1.5, and just crank out
just crank it out.
Yeah.
The best ball stuff and the fantasy stuff is just so fun because it's always evolving, always getting bigger. I mean, it's really just continuing to grow, I'm sure, every year. Just season-long fantasy it is, and then this is like exploding right now, but it's still not like that mainstream, and it could continue to get bigger and bigger as we go along, and that's only good for the game. So it's fun.
I agree. I mean, definitely could put you in a bad spot if
you do.
You are just rolling on them, but it's easy to do, and it is fun.
Yeah, I think one of the best parts about it is like getting to practice a little bit, even though it's not the same as a redraft league, which sometimes I kind of get those wires crossed. But I think it's nice to just get some practice to be like, oh, this is where the market thinks this player should go. And I would generally say this market is probably smarter than like your Yahoo leagues ranking,
any home league
ranking. Like it's pretty much, this is probably one of the sharper like rankings around. So you can kind of get an idea of like whether you want to take a player on there or like where a player should get valued. So it's pretty fun. I like. It's just it's sick.
It's also wild to see the difference in
OTC. Bijan, Brees, Puka, AJ Brown, Garrett Wilson. I'd even reach for Gibbs if you want. What are you thinking?
I mean, I think I like Bijan.
All right, let's do it.
I mean, I think Brees Hall, definitely. I mean, I think he's going to be integral to that team up in New York. But man, Bijan he's just so silky. You just know when you watch him.
He's clean. He's so fun to watch.
He's so fun to watch.
It's just crazy how he didn't get on the field so much last year. It's just I'm sure he's going to get some good usage this year, and I'm excited to watch it.
Then again, he's a rookie. I mean, I don't know. He got easy into things, and he's already. I mean, he was so fun to watch. So, and I think in general, like for me, I'm not going to do that many drafts. So you want to go with just absolute hammers. In each of these spots. I think Bijan has the ability to be, top 5 spot quite a few times throughout the year. So,
I'm all for that. I'm definitely down for that because I kind of tie break to Brees there. So I do take some Bijan when I have him there, but I do take a lot of Brees. So got to get some Bijan exposure there. And that's kind of one of the best purposes of like drafting with other people is because it's really easy to just pick the same
thing
people.
over and again.
Yeah. And if you get someone else to kind of give you a different perspective, it's really nice. And oftentimes that helps you lead you in the right direction to kind of merge both thought processes. I love Brees. I like Bijan too. I think they're both like splitting hairs. They're really close.
I guess what other receiver are you taking above them in that spot? At that at that time
at
period.
that point, there's no. I take
I'm not
a running back
taking.
there. There's no way
Yeah.
I don't take AJ or Puka or Garrett Wilson. Like I go for the running back there every time.
Yeah.
If Bijan or Brees are on the board and those are the only two on the board, and Amon-Ra's gone, I'm taking Brees every time or
Yeah.
Bijan. Yeah.
Sun God's hanging out there. I'm definitely snagging that.
Yeah.
What do we got? How many more picks until
3 picks until we're up on the clock here.
So I hate Devontae Adams.
Holding out mini camp. So both running backs off there. I'm a fan of Debo. I'm a fan of Olave, Ayuk.
I think Ayuk over Debo, to be honest. I mean, yeah. I like Chris Olave, but I think Brandon Ayuk is. I mean, he's a certified stud, and he's
a boss, dude. Yeah,
he's a top 5 finisher quite a few times last year. So Olave just hasn't gotten that yet, and like I don't necessarily know what's changed for Olave. Getting rid of Michael Thomas, okay, cool.
Yeah,
but
nothing's changed for him.
I don't know. I like Ayuk, and who knows what happens to Debo? And that just only opens up more space, I think.
Yeah, I'm very into Ayuk. I've been taking him well over Debo all season, all summer long. So I'm with you on that take. I think Ayuk's ready to explode, and he's their downfield target, pretty much their main downfield threat. So obviously they have the underneath with CMC, some Kittle stuff too, and then I mean Debo just is like a good run after catch guy. But Ayuk is like the deep guy that's gonna get all the really nice deep targets and down the field, 20 yards down the field, getting catches. And yeah, I mean, hard not to like him.
If Evans is hanging out there, though, that's a coin flip, I think.
It was close. Yeah, Evans almost dropped. Evans is usually there.
He always has so many at the 1 yard line. You know. Or was it last year or the year before? Where it's like, is he going to get in the end zone? But he still had.
I think it was 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago he could not score, and that's why we got a big discount on him last year. That's one of my favorite things is like overreactions and underreactions, where like
some players are just good.
Yeah, they have a bad year, and then people are giving him a massive discount as if they're not a good player still. And then they just shove it in our face and they pop off. Like last year, Evans was like a 6th round pick, I think, 6th or 7th round pick. And
what a stud.
Yeah, so he just does what he always does. Adam, good luck. Boys ready for some nice takes. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll see about that. I don't know if I have. I don't know if I have too many in my back pocket, to be fair. But I mean, I think Neighbors is going to get absolutely hammered. What are they doing? I don't like Stephon Diggs at all in this spot. Kyron Williams, I mean, if he goes down. He's already has injured foot.
He's out.
Yep. Then, I mean, I'm probably going Smitty. Yeah.
Do you go Smith there? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm also not really on Diggs or you said you're not on Neighbors, or you like Neighbors?
I think Neighbors is going to get hammered with targets.
Yeah, so. No, I'm very into Neighbors. I would grab him there if he was there. I would have took him, but got sniped on him. This guy got Amon-Ra and Olave Neighbors. So solid start. Bijan, Ayuk, Devonta Smith. I feel like we have potential for a top 3 running back and 2 top 12 receivers. I think very, very easily could be the case that we're looking at. Maybe even top 10 receivers. I mean, you don't have to look that far to see when the Eagles were cooking.
If Debo's out, I mean, if he gets moved on, so they save money.
That would be insane. Yeah,
that'd be ideal.
I'm very curious if they're going to do that or not. Originally, it did seem like there was a better chance they'd get rid of Debo, but now it seems like they both could leave, so I'm not really sure. Definitely don't, for this team, definitely don't want Ayuk to get traded because I don't know where he's going to go. Yeah. Unless he ends up on the Bills, which I don't. It seems like Pittsburgh's really interested in a receiver, which I would hate to have Ayuk on the Steelers right now. So, and that would be bad for my teams right now.
I mean, Devonta Smith, he is what he is.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. AJ Brown is just such a freak. What are you supposed to do?
Yeah. He's like pretty much the 1B or the clear 2, but I mean, he's just insane. The hope is that they kind of get back, the Eagles start rolling again, because the last
2022.
Like end of last year was pretty pretty gross for them. But if they can kind of get rolling again, Hurts is healthy.
Yeah.
I love Devonta Smith and
Yeah.
AJ Brown. AJ Brown more, of course, but I like both of them. So you're not in on Diggs. Are you in on Nico, or you just don't like Houston at all?
I am not stoked about Houston for what their prices are. And even like, I don't know, even CJ Stroud, to be fair, is he worth that? It was the 11th quarterback in half PPR last year in regards to fantasy points per game. What's he being drafted at? I don't know. I mean,
quarterback 5, I think. Quarterback 5 or 6.
Is he the same thing as like,
5.
I don't know, Jared Goff?
I would say he's
like,
probably a tier above Goff, but he's like Burrow, I guess, in a sense. Where
are they
Burrow
putting up the same stats this year though? I guess that's what
they could easily. I mean, probably Detroit's going to run more than Houston, but besides that, I mean,
yeah,
it could be
that's
close.
true.
I mean, I'd like to say Houston should be pretty pass heavy, no matter what, just from what the personnel they have now. But you'd expect that to happen at least. But it's hard to say that. A lot of times these pocket quarterbacks, they're not that fantasy friendly unless they're hitting on touchdowns, which isn't a guaranteed stat, honestly. Yeah. Let's make this pick and we'll keep going after that. Any initial thoughts here? We can reach down, grab Mahomes, and then stack him up if you want. You can grab Lamar. McBride's okay. I don't really like ETN too much.
Cooper. I mean,
want to go Amari?
Yeah, I think.
Amari?
Well,
Kirk
I think he's probably putting up the most. Well, I mean, I like Amari. Yeah.
Okay, let's do Amari. Yeah, I mean, he should be the clear number 1, and then the hope is that they can get any level better than they were last year.
Yeah.
With Watson, and then they could be good. Like they may not be pass heavy, but they should throw the ball a good bit. And they have Judy now, which should maybe elevate the offense a little bit. And Njoku, Cooper, run it back. Cooper's just consistently been good.
You just got to make sure Watson doesn't suck.
Yeah, Watson just doesn't suck, which has been a hard bet to make last couple of years, but we can hope.
Cooper's just so good, though.
Stroud may Noah Brown do because Diggs has to be that elite.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't. That's the thing. But the difference is like we're paying for everything this year.
Yeah.
Like we didn't have to pay for Stroud last year. We didn't have to pay for Noah Brown last year. Now, if you want any of those guys, you'd have to pay for Nico last year. Like if you want any of that offense, you're gonna have to pay up. And I think that's fine. But I think that expectations are very high and they could pretty easily disappoint. Just even if he has like a good season but not a great one, he could still like disappoint that draft position at quarterback. So
if he repeats where he was at, 1,100 yards, 1,200 yards, and 8 tutties, it's a pretty good return. He just sucked when it counted, right?
Yeah, I'm personally, I'm off of Diggs. I mean, I'll take him, and I'm going to take him, but I'm more on the Nico and Dell side of that because Dell was just a stud. He was honestly getting more targets than Nico for a while when they were both healthy. And then, I mean, Dell is like pretty much is actually like Stroud's one of Stroud's favorite targets too. Wanted him on the team too.
Yeah,
they're kind of vouch for him. They kind of have that mind meld. And Diggs, I'm confident he'll be good. I think he'll contribute, but I think there's going to be an odd guy out where one of them is not going to pay off anywhere near their capital. If Stroud hits, I think one of them isn't paying off their capital, and if Stroud doesn't hit, then they might all be a bust or like a bust at their price.
Yeah, I mean I think they're going to be a good team. I just don't know. Do they eat each other? I guess.
Yeah.
So. Hollywood Brown, man.
I'm at 49 here.
I mean, someone has to pop off for the Chiefs, so that makes sense.
I'm surprised he went double tight end already, though. That's kind of ugly. So,
dude, honestly, Anthony Richardson is the type of dude that I would want on this team.
I've been getting on to A-Rich a little bit more. He's so much upside, bro. So much upside.
If he plays the whole year, he is dripped in rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, he shows what
Is
he
that a
showed.
2022?
Damn,
Like
he took it.
Didn't Jalen Hurts just go absolutely bonkers in 2022?
Mm-hmm. All right. What do you want to do here? We can take.
Damn it! And he took A Rich.
Yeah,
What a little scumbag.
could take a falling Mahomes, but he's unstacked. We can get Rice or Worthy if we're lucky. What do you want to do? 9 seconds.
Okay, we'll be a homer. Mahomes.
All right, we can go somewhere else if you want. All right, we're in there already. All right, that's fine. Take him.
Not ideal. I think I'd rather have. I mean, I think Richardson is going to be an absolute.
I was hoping we'd get Richardson, but he must have been listening to us and grabbed him right away. But I like A-Rich a ton. I mean, like, we saw what he can do. He just needs to put a whole season together, and he's like, nuts. Like, I think I remember that last game he got hurt in. He had like 2 rushing touchdowns in the first quarter. Yeah. And then just came out for the rest of the game. And like, he already had like 15, 16 fantasy points in the first quarter. That just show you like the upside he does have if healthy. But big if there, but it's like, we're playing, especially in this kind of tournament, like we're playing for $1 million.
Yeah, you need hammers.
We need people to pop off, and we can't.
Well, I mean, in the same vein, I guess I mean, Jaden Daniels is also. I mean, Jaden Daniels could have 800 rushing yards as well. They could suck. It doesn't really matter. I mean, Justin Fields went absolutely bonkers here a couple years ago too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's in the same boat as well, and you don't have to pay as much for him. Instead of pick 100. I think Anthony Richardson last year was going around pick 100. Early on, he was going like 130 or later, and then he went to pick 100. Down the season as he was getting kind of hyped up, and he would have easily paid off that capital. If healthy, but that's obviously the risk. But you take risks in this kind of tournament. You can make a different decision in your redraft league, but in this kind of like tournament, like he does fit what you're looking for.
Yeah, I agree.
Just going Stroud Kittle at the turn. Pitts is available still. We have Fergie. Oh, Pitts just went. We got Fergie, Ingram, and Joku next at tight end. We wouldn't be taking them yet, but they're the next guys up.
I mean, I think Ferguson is one that I'm going to be looking for. Dallas, they said today they will use 2 to 3 running backs. They are not going to be a run-heavy team.
There's no business.
Ball.
Yeah, they've shown us that thing. They've shown us what they're going to do pretty clearly.
Exactly.
With that, I like either of these running backs if they fall to us, and then I'm kind of off Ridley, and then I like Godwin, Addison, Rome, or Ladd, or Hopkins even if you want that.
Yeah, I think Joe Mixon is who I'm going to be messing around with.
Yeah, I'm with Mixon for sure.
I mean, he's had the ability to pop up before. I don't necessarily know if he gets what he gets now, but someone has to run the ball, so it's not Dameon Pierce. He was terrible.
Yeah, I think so too. I think people are getting kind of baited by Pierce and thinking he's going to be involved, but I don't think he's going to touch the ball much.
Singletary got another job because Dameon Pierce couldn't perform.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, even like they both had an equal chance to take that job, and Singletary took it straight away. I will say a priority target for me right now is Rice. I don't know if you're off Rice completely, but I'm very into getting Rice at 80 here.
That is I think that's one you want to hit. I mean, okay, he gets 6 games, fine. I mean, he was building a pretty good rapport with Mahomes here last year, and I think he's going to get so many manufactured touches underneath. If you got a couple guys streaking, he's right there. I know Kelsey's right there as well, but Rice is good. And if they open up that space quite a bit, talking like a Chiefs homer, I mean, I think these someone has to be good with Mahomes. I don't know.
Yeah.
And what else are you going to be getting around there? That's more important. What else is around there?
Yeah, there's Deontay Johnson.
I mean, Deontay Johnson's kind of nice, but if you already have
We have 3 good receivers, and I just want to have Mahomes stacked. I don't want to have a non-stacked Mahomes, so that's why he's
I
like
agree.
very big priority for me here. Otherwise, I would if we already had like Worthy or Hollywood, I might consider something else. But I think we need to
No,
lock him down if he's
I
available.
agree. So at this pick,
Hopefully,
is that right?
yeah, at
Okay.
879 we'll take him. It'll be a
Good
little
by
bit
me.
before ADP, but it's not a big deal at this point. It's
Yeah.
only a couple picks, and
I-
it matters a lot for us to have a chief stack in this team because really you're not looking at much else unless you're interested in Tony.
who do they got at the end of the year? Steelers
Pittsburgh,
and
Houston, Pittsburgh, and Cleveland, which we have 2 pieces for both of them already.
oh, okay.
Pittsburgh's a Week 17 matchup, so we got like Najee and like
They got
Roman
3 wide
Wilson.
receivers. They got 4 wide receivers. The next, I mean, it's down to this guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
These guys got 4, so I think we're in good shape here.
Yeah, Brian
This guy
Thomas. There's no way Brian Thomas outproduces Rashee Rice.
Yeah. You think even in 12 games, you think Rashee Rice outscores Brian Thomas?
I think it's when it matters.
Yeah. So you see it late in the season. Oh my god.
Oh my god! What?
This guy is
That
trolling us.
nutter! Are you kidding me?
This guy's watching our stream. Okay.
Wow, what a
What do I do?
scumbag! I think it has to be Deontay Johnson then.
Okay. You don't want Ingram?
I mean, or Ingram. You
Which
take
one?
a pick
It's
on that.
Okay.
What a scoundrel!
Yeah, that's
We just need to make sure that Evan Ingram gets in the end zone. What can we do? Yeah, take Evan. What a scumbag!
We'll
dude.
take Ingram. That is crazy, bro. What the
What?
hell?
2 snipes, dude.
Yeah, this guy's watching. I think. I don't know. Getting some marathon drafts in. I have not done a marathon draft, but it just looked pretty interesting. That one is like a season-long tournament, so instead of like a playoffs or like week 1 through 14 and then playoffs, it's just your cumulative points throughout the whole season. That's the scoring in that tournament. So I like this format more. I really like the playoff aspect of it, so I won't be doing a ton of marathon. And there's another site, Drafters, that has a good like marathon site, so I might just stick to that and do a little bit on that site. But I don't intend on doing a lot, but I'll definitely do a couple. Not too many though. Brian Thomas is going to shock people. Hey man, I
got him in a few dynasty leagues, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean,
I hope he's not like Treylon Burks. Treylon Burks has just been relegated to the special teams squad to justify.
I saw that today.
Sucks.
Yeah, I mean, he was a highly touted draft capital, and he got drafted pretty decently high. So
I was listening this weekend. Happens. You have a matter of like superstar top 10 wide receivers comparative to top like first round wide receivers. And the hit rate on like the top 10 wide receivers is like 33%. Hit rate on first round's like 11. I mean, Brian Thomas looks smooth when he plays, but I don't know. He could still suck. Maybe the Jags suck. Maybe I don't know.
One thing I do like a lot is that I don't know. I feel like T-Law, Stroud, Burrow, Cousins. You can even throw in like those guys all feel like not that much different. They just have different weapons on their team, and they're all pocket quarterbacks mostly, and that just has a lot of variance. But I would say, I mean, T-Law has a little bit of rushing upside, but it's hard to say. I mean, if he's for himself, I'm all in on him. Hey, that's good.
I agree. I mean,
his tape looks good too. Yeah.
Honestly, I kind of thought the same thing about Josh Downs last year. I was like, man, this dude just moves so smoothly. And I mean, Brian Thomas is a physical specimen on top of being able to move smoothly. And it's like 1%. So I get it.
Yep.
All
right, we're up. We can reach down and grab either Curtis Samuel or Sutton.
I think.
Or we could grab another running back.
I mean, golly, this is disgusting. I don't know on this one. I could understand both. I think Curtis Samuel's in a better spot than Sutton, and it matters about the quarterback. So Curtis Samuel, that feels just gross.
It feels gross also, but I'll take Curtis Samuel.
Bad.
Yeah, that sucks. We really need. I don't understand how we didn't get Rice there. Yeah, this guy is not nice. Yeah, I am Zarns. Yeah, probably. super flex special after this. We're doing BBM5 right now. Bestball Mania 5.
Man, yeah, if we get Rashi Rice to the last one, you have the ability to
Feels
take
so much better there.
Samir
Yeah.
White, who I think they're going to use
Oh
the
man, that's brutal.
mess out of him.
That is so brutal. Is there any?
What a
Are you?
what?
Do you have any interest? Do you think Tony has any business being on a team this year, playing? You think
What?
think he contribute this year or no?
Are you crazy, dude? Did he get like? Did he go to? I mean, a counselor over the summer. The dude
Is
like
crazy.
it's another like round one receiver, has all the talent in the world, and just does what? You know,
Nothing.
Kadarius Tony's a unbelievable freak, but I don't know. Yeah,
All
we're
right,
gonna have to hope for 50 tutties from Mahomes.
Yeah, we don't have to take. Yeah, we don't have to take him.
That
I'm down to
sucks.
take Clyde just so we get something, but we don't.
It
Like at this
doesn't-
point,
doesn't
it is
matter.
what it is. Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
yeah. Not stack Mahomes does not feel good, but
No, it does
it's not the end of the world. It just sucks.
I mean, you go with Jaden Daniels hit this spot. Tony Pollard, maybe. I don't know. I think
yeah.
Tajay Spears is a bad spot though.
That really sucks. We got really boxed.
Dude,
like
what
that.
a bad feeling, man. That's the pits though.
That is how it goes. That really
how it
threw us
goes.
for a loop though. That did.
Where's your
He
contingency
reached for him too.
Where's your contingency plan? What can we do to save this?
I don't know, dude. This is hard. I mean, realistically, like we're fine. I mean,
good
I think
team, but it's just not the bangers at the end. Because if
yeah,
you get to week 16 or week 17 and Mahomes going off, you know one of those dudes is going off.
Yeah, that's the hard thing. Is like if Mahomes drops 40 in week 17.
Rashi Rice did something. Xavier
Rashi Rice
Worthy did something.
Worthy. Yeah. So we're missing out on all those points.
Is it gonna be Noah Gray? Do we just? Oh God, that feels.
Yeah, Jared Wiley.
Yeah, Jared Wiley. Yeah. Oh man, no.
Yeah, it definitely is less than ideal, but
we'll
make do. I mean, our best out is like, all right, what are we doing here? If we go running back, we're about done at running back. If we could do Sutton. I'd like Sutton at value.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's always good for pop out for 2, and he's going to be the veteran receiver there. Bo Nix is going to have, and I guess he likes Troy. He's going to know Troy Franklin. So,
do you like any late quarterbacks that might give us some upside? I like Drake May a lot, but I just don't.
Deshaun Watson
I'm all for
it
again.
I'll do it again this year. I mean,
let's do it again.
I mean, but at the same time, like it's crazy because I would not give the same. Like, I've been hurt a good amount by Deshaun Watson last year. But like, yeah, exactly. Back to the well. But I mean, he's good. I mean, he's gone absolutely bonkers previously. I don't know.
Yeah.
Dude, how do you get that much money and you just fall off the face of the earth? Like, it doesn't matter anymore.
One thing is it does seem like he doesn't care as much.
I don't know.
And
You're right, back to the well.
Yeah, it's definitely hard to say. I mean, I think I agree. Like, he's mispriced, clearly. I mean, there's a reason he's not priced normally.
Aren't they playing Miami one of the last games?
They are, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, in Cleveland, I don't know.
Yeah, that's one thing that's a little sketchy, but
you get a couple of rushing touchdowns, or they have to keep up with it because they're still in contention. I don't know.
What we really need is Mahomes to score 4 rushing touchdowns against the Steelers.
Yes.
That's what we need.
Do not take one of those last weeks off like he did last year. Christmas Day. Yuck.
Yeah, we're you don't need a 40 bomb from your quarterback. It's just like our options are a little more thin. That's really the only difference.
So now we need we just need moonshots. That's what we need.
Yeah, I'm down for
moonshots to get us back into contention.
Yeah, I'm down with that. But all right, Vontae, we can stack up our Denver a little more. You're about to take Tajay? Yeah,
dude. Like
I was thinking the same thing.
This dude
That's a
What has
different
he
guy.
done to us,
We could
man?
do. I'm down with Javante, AD Mitchell.
Not 80. Let's go with Javonte Williams.
All right.
Because
Do you want to try to go Knicks? Do you think Knicks has any upside for us, or do you want to just see what we
sure.
can do with something
I
else?
mean, we only need one other quarterback, so we might as well
We only need
utilize
one more.
what else we have.
Yeah.
God forbid.
Okay. I mean, the one thing we're at least getting values on players. We're just not getting.
It's not the
a
right
good
spots, not the right
stack.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right.
That sucks, dude. Rice was really necessary.
What a real dude! That's a madman.
Yeah.
Like, what a sick dude.
Piece of work. He's got his AD Mitchell indie stack.
I hope he's delusional right now.
This guy's taking our
You
team.
know?
We wanted A-Rich. We wanted
A-Rich.
Rashi Rice.
We wanted Malik Neighbors.
We wanted
Like,
Neighbors
what are you
too. Yeah,
doing?
that's three snipes on this team.
Dude,
Zarnis, man.
you
Come on, man.
scoundrel. I'm just not a fan of that guy.
I'm
What's his
not
name?
afraid of- Zarnis. Big
Zarnis. Man, dox that man.
Come on, Zarnis. Come on, man.
Jeez.
Giving us the absolute work.
God.
Yeah, I mean, we also could do, if we want to go all in, we could say, like, Mahomes takes us to the promised land, he takes us to the finals, and then we get Justin Fields in week 17 to smash against Mahomes on the other side.
Dude,
we could do that too.
Chiefs defense is stout. But Justin Fields, I get it. He's good.
Justin Fields goes for, they're down 30.
They're down 30.
Comes in
all he has to do is just run the mess out of the ball.
Just runs around.
Just is sprinting for his life because Chris Jones going for his 20th sack, Okay.
We're down 30 and Pacheco scores 2 touchdowns.
Man.
Mahomes throws 1 to Kelsey, and then we just get the Justin Fields absolutely.
Yeah, that's a lot of hopium in there.
There's a way.
There's a lot of balloons filled with hopium right there. That's a bad man. Justin Herbert, man, what a fall.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
He's down far, man.
It's like this 17th quarterback.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yep, about 15, 16. Yeah, he's late. It's just like the pass volume is very sketchy there, but it's not. Like, who knows what.
Even Jared Goff. Jared Goff was a top 10 QB last year.
Yeah, everything is definitely crumbling, man.
Cringe.
Not a good draft.
I tell you, I watched your draft the other night and thought, man, that actually made sense. Was pretty clever, and I was baffled, low key, kind of peeved. What are we doing here, man?
I don't know, man.
Yeah. Sam Howell was a good pick last year too. I mean, that was one that was in the top 12 for being a late round flyer.
What's good, man? What's good.
So
yeah, Max Payne. Yeah. This happens sometimes. It doesn't happen often, but like sometimes I guess it's hard to get boxed out of Mahomes because there's always Worthy and then Rice, and then they both win. So
what?
And then usually you have Hollywood there too, but
he got taken at 49, I think. Is kind of.
I know.
All right, so
what are we
going moonshots. Let's go Blake Corum.
Yeah. Down.
And if this little scoundrel. He only has 2 running backs. Oh my God, he's gonna do it again.
He's gonna take him. 90% all goes to that. What's up?
He's gonna take him again.
Everyone, hope you're having a good day. We're having a rough draft. Okay.
Oh my gosh, I thought he did it.
All right, I thought he did it too. We got Corum.
Yeah.
So right now we're trying to salvage Mahomes' team unstacked, and we're gonna do our best.
Moonshots.
And I think our best way to
Jalen Wright, get him on the team. Moonshots. Raheem Mostert's going down.
Our best chance of getting a nice, saving his team is getting a nice secondary stack, whether that be with
we got Jalen Wright against Cleveland. We got some Bo Nix action going on with Sutton and
where's Jalen Wright? It should be there. He is. If we go Jalen Wright, we're done at running back.
That's fair
for sure. So we'll see what we can do next.
Yeah,
I like all these I don't really like Gabe that much, but I like these guys a decent bit. Got Ricky Pearsall. We can play for Debo to get traded if we want to do that route too.
Yeah, I mean, someone has to be good in New England, so.
Yeah, and I love doing the the Drake May like super stack as well to like catch up. I don't know if that's interesting to you, but that's a lot of things I like. The Flex has gotten in the hen house. Ranch, where were you the other night after drafts went to the boat?
Oh my gosh. Oh man.
Best, I you're the one losing. Got to be always ready to pivot.
Oh,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I usually do. I have never done the petty one, but I thought about it a lot. Where someone snipes me and I want to just like ruin their draft. Like I'm not gonna like pick bad stuff on purpose, but I'm gonna like snipe them just to get back at them. I haven't done it yet. I've thought about it.
You always gotta be ready to pivot, and
Yeah.
that I was not ready for.
Yeah.
We got sniped 3 times. I don't know. Like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, Boyo far from not being at other draft. Or he's sniping negative plays for yourself, hurts yourself the most.
But then again, like if you know, you might as well just try and yeah. I mean, Danny Dimes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If only we got neighbors at the beginning. But yeah, I mean, we've pointed out like 3-4 players we've really wanted to get, and they were not available. So, do you have any interest in Fryermuth this year, or are you off him there? He does come back on our Chiefs stack, or Mahomes.
If Justin Fields is the quarterback, I do like Russell Wilson. Like, who did he use last year?
Russell used Sutton the most.
But I mean, Komet still got used by Justin Fields, right?
Ooh, this is interesting. Okay, do you want to grab Judy at value, or you want to go somewhere else?
Yeah, let's
go Judy and get Watson still. I mean, Watson's on the menu. We don't have to take him.
Going back to the
He's on the menu, and then
it's either Bo Nix or Watson, right? There's like no other reason.
Well, not necessarily. We could still go Fields.
Yeah, 'cause you could still go.
We could still go May if we get.
Gosh.
So it really depends what you think is the best.
We go.
By the way,
we go for moonshots, and Justin Fields is the moonshots.
I think I'm
agree, Taylor.
I think Fields is a good moonshot.
Yeah, I agree, Taylor. That is
Boyo special. We did it. I mean, to be fair, me and Tay did a Watson double also, I think. Oh no, we did. We had Cooper, and do we have Njoku? I don't remember. We had something like that though. Fryermuth goes. Damn it. Okay. Well, we might not go Fields anymore unless you want to. I mean, we have Roman Wilson late still.
Roman Wilson.
Honestly, I think we just do the Patriots stack. If
all right, yeah.
One of my favorite things to do. Honestly, Polk might not be there to be fair, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I think Blake Corum and Jalen Wright both have the ability to really snack some.
Did Wright go?
Some carries and such this year.
Where did he go? I thought we were just looking at Jalen Wright.
He was in the bar.
There he is. Okay.
Tyson Chandler, I think, is also another one that's low key that could be snacking too.
Go nice. It's not too late to completely give up. I'll never give up a draft, man. The best case scenario, we can get our min cash, and then who knows what happens after that? You know, maybe we'll min cash. We'll get our money back for next year. This isn't over. It's not over. I mean, you don't have to have a perfectly correlated team to win.
I mean, I guess I wonder how everyone. I mean, when you look at the teams last year that won, which ones are like that one smashed afterwards?
Yeah, a lot of times the teams you don't like are the ones that do the best, which is kind of funny how that works. And I'm not saying a Mahomes unstacked is optimal, but it just seems like a lot of times you just end up in a kind of uncomfortable situation, and sometimes it just makes your team stronger.
Sometimes better be lucky than good.
Sometimes you end up about it. Sometimes you end up being 12.
Yeah.
Sky Moore.
Oh God.
And Justin Watson waiting at the wings.
Dude, you're a sick man. Justin Watson though. Moonshots.
I don't think Watson has any upside.
I don't think he gets in the mix.
Right.
It's gonna be good.
God, Sarnis.
Dude.
God dang it.
All
right, we could go Roman and go with the field stack still, or we could just say fudge it and go like Franklin or grab Watson.
What a piece of shit.
You want to go Musgrave or Roman Wilson?
Luke Musgrave. Let's not do. Bet on good offenses. Worst comes to worst, and Roman Wilson is not that. Yeah, I know, Cranch. Okay.
We might have to do another
Jeez.
draft after this to get the
This is
taste out of our mouth.
disgusting.
We might
Dude,
do another one after this just to get the taste out of our mouth.
this is crazy.
Oh, Nix, you're coming home with me now because I love you. That would be if I've unstacked home with a pedo mega stack. Even a blind acorn can find a squirrel. That's what they say usually, right?
Yep.
Sometimes the ugliest cows taste the best. McCall Hardman, is he still on the Chiefs?
I don't think
What happened to him?
Chiefs.
Yeah, he's not even on the Chiefs anymore.
He's unsigned right now.
You could take McCall Hardman, Christopher.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. Here we're about to get in another draft. Let me see what we could do here.
Dude,
You got time to rip another one? All right.
Okay, Gib. I don't have the misses at home this week.
All
I
right.
don't have
I figured
at home
you'd-
this week. I'd have the dog at home this week.
Okay, we're gonna do the eliminator. It's a really fun contest.
Yeah.
Have you know what it's about, or you've
No
seen it?
idea.
All right, we'll hop in that next. So eliminator basically is every week is its own tournament, and you just have to advance out of that week, and then you go to the next week and you advance out of that week. You go to the next week, advance out of that week. And if you lose, like if you end up in the bottom like percentage of your pool, you just lose.
Okay.
And your team's eliminated. But
And it's only one draft. And
one draft.
You just have to pick the best one. You just gotta hope that the floor is high.
Yeah, you want to
enough
have a
all
good
year.
enough floor to not be at the bottom of your thing. So
Okay.
like floor is really important, but also you want to have a little bit of ceiling. So when you make it to the finals, you can still win the finals. So like floor ceiling combo, but floor is like almost probably the most important thing in it. So yeah, it's very fun. It's like one of my favorite formats. So we'll give it a go.
Oh man, 2 at once. This is gonna be tough.
It's all right. We're almost done. It's fun. All right. No one's seen this. Why Harvard shot liver? I'm surprised he's got
I don't
cut.
know.
He did kind of good. Percy Harvin. Percy Harvin. Through flex. No, I'm taking Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas, man. Boyo Shark. That's the last round pick, Michael Thomas. All right. Where are we going? Knicks is still on the menu, of course.
Yeah.
We could do unstacked Fields.
I mean, to be fair, if Fields goes bonkers, it's because of himself, right?
Yeah, I mean, we could still do the field stuff if we want. Zesty should be available still. Who's Zesty? Which Eagles receiver is that? I need to know. So what do you think? We got the options here. We could go Jalen Wright and be done at running back if this Mikey Meats doesn't take him. Or Mikey Meats. We got Rich.
Jeez,
Rich
let's
in
go.
here.
There's no way
DY.
that
We go
Raheem
Troy.
Mostert stays healthy all
Yeah,
year.
give me Jalen Wright. That's fine.
You know?
Okay, so we're done at running back. We have a very, very strong running back room. And now we can see like we have options here. We could do the field stuff unstacked. I don't even hate that still.
I think
And
Fields, unless this scumbag Zarns messes things up, and then we're
Starnes
just like,
takes
oh,
Fields right out. Starnes just snags Fields. No worst division in football, AFC West onslaught. Yeah, gotta do that.
Yeah,
Who do we got? We got Sutton,
yeah. It's not like we got.
Devontae. We don't got a lot of them.
Come on, Whitey.
No clue. Yeah, we got to figure out who that guy was. Okay, here we go. Emo Cowboy. I know this guy. Got Copper Price is another guy. No.
All right, so we got last of the top 8.
Yeah, so I have my own rankings in here for like I'm gonna do a video about it soon, kind of what the rankings I have. But basically, there's a specific percentage each week to advance out of this contest.
Yeah,
it's easier in week 1, 2, 3, 4, and then as the bye weeks get introduced, is when it gets really interesting. Where like some of the bye weeks,
14, terrible.
Yeah, like some of the bye weeks are hard, and you have a hard percentage of making it through. So I've been trying to like avoid those bye weeks, at least try to limit my bye weeks in that. So my rankings are set up to like avoid complete weeks like that. So by ADP, we got Amon-Ra, or we just
Amon-Ra.
Amon-Ra sounds good to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Stoked about that. That
Amon-Ra
feels
at 8 is good.
great.
Where we go? Bijan at 2 here. Wow. Okay.
Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm happy with Amon-Ra at 8 there. That's like actually, and Amon-Ra is like the safest. I mean, one of the safer floors. Obviously, not as safe as JJ Hill, but like he's up there.
Yeah.
maybe even the same.
He's
But
pretty.
yeah.
His floor. I think he's probably getting that. He's
But yeah,
close.
basically every week is like a different percentage to advance out of the first round, and then once you make it to week, I believe it's like week 8 or 9, then you start cashing every week, and you'll get cash every week. You advance, and then when you get to the finals, it's a um, it's a 230 person final, I believe.
Mm.
I'm 100% sure. Let me see. I'll pull it up again. We're about to be on the clock on the other draft here. Let's look at the eliminator. It doesn't show me. Okay, hold on. Let's get that clock. All right. We're going the Fields route, or we just want to keep stacking Denver?
Fields.
Okay. So do you want to take Troy, or do you want to go Corley?
Let's go Troy.
All right. Mid. Stack on Denver a little bit more. Should
Yeah.
never know who's going to be the dog. Bow. I need to boost my bow exposure. I do like bow. I like the backstack bow. I like the backstack Mania a lot. Definitely a fan of it. All right. I mean, we hope Mahomes pops off all year, and then we get the Fields.
I think Fields. I don't think there's any way that Fields does not come in early. Yeah.
All right. By ADP, we have Saquon, Olave, Ayuk, Adams. Ayuk goes. Down with whatever. By my rankings, I got Barkley, Adams, Kyron, Debo, Achane, Moore, Waddle.
Let's go 14 though. Golly. I mean, I would say Achane. Yeah.
Achane? All right.
Yep. Dude is going nuts.
All right, let's do it. So that's a guy that is not the safest pick, but I do like him in general, just because he has high upside. So that would be an example of a guy that's like, if we make it far enough, this is the guy that's going to win us the tournament.
Yeah.
So we probably want to pair him with some people that we know is like pretty safe. And not that Achane's not going to do good most weeks, but like he's going to have those like 6-point games, which could like kill us if we don't have enough running backs.
I mean, he could be injured too. So
yeah, that too. So, oh my God. So Watson's just going to stay up here. Don't tempt me, Room. Don't tempt me. Don't tempt us to take a double stack Deshaun Watson.
God dang it!
Quick draft, guys. Hey, man.
Yeah.
All right, so something's gotta go wrong occasionally.
Dude, this is crazy.
We went 3 back-to-back drafts on fire, and then this one. The way this works is when all of the basket cases equal skill division player off the field for issues missing entire season. You thought all the dead roster spots.
That's a good plan.
Do you want to just take Watson, or you want to just do something else?
Let's just take Watson. What the? I didn't want this to happen. You know,
it all worked out, baby.
I didn't want this to happen, man.
The room wanted to give it to us, which we got it. So
that's crazy.
I mean, to be fair, I think Watson at 186 is a smash price. 16th round.
Who's going to be better?
Good price.
Then I don't know. But the problem is he gonna? How many times is he gonna beat up Mahomes?
But we don't need him to. We just need him to be like useful some weeks.
We need, I guess so.
We need Mahomes to not. Mahomes needs to be good enough, and then we just need, like, without correlation, we just need our team to be good, and then we can make a run.
I have no idea. How often does it happen?
Unstacked quarterback.
Like that goes far.
It's better. I mean, it can go far in any scenario. It's just really it's just harder because you need to get more things right.
Yeah.
Because like when you have a triple stack Mahomes and the Chiefs go off, you have like all the points with that. So now if now Mahomes goes off this year, we don't get anything with that. We just have
4 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah. Like we just get whatever Mahomes points are, and we don't get the Rashi Rice. We don't get the Worthy points. We don't get the Kelsey points. So yeah, we just have to hope that our guys are still strong. So really, we need Watson to be a big value, and then this team is like the most live if Watson's very good.
We need Cleveland to not suck.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, not easy, but not impossible. All right, here we go. So ADP. That's right. We will do another draft at some point. We'll get revenge.
Dude, I kind of like DJ Moore.
DJ Moore?
Man.
I Cup. Also like Kelsey.
Let's go DJ Moore, I think.
Okay. Fine.
I mean, he's kind of another boom
guy.
boom bust. But he's another one that could win you the week as well. We just need to make sure we get the more water carriers.
Yeah, I agree.
We need our water carriers, dude. We can't have a bunch of maestros all over the pitch. You know.
Could be Galbraith Rice out the whole year. Worthy is a bust. 2 massive bullets dodged. I mean,
good luck.
I mean, the world where that happens is like it's Pacheco offense.
That's a bad world, Whitey.
Yeah,
we don't want that to actually happen.
Yeah, even with Mahomes on our team, we don't want that to happen because
it's terrible.
We need the pass catching to be good. The only world is if like Tony is like the best player.
God, I'm sorry. What was? Oh my God! Sorry to everyone out there.
Oh, this is gross. All right, you have an interested in like JT Sanders as like a late tight end. I think I want 3 with this group personally.
Yeah.
And then 1 more receiver. So do you want to just grab like JT or do you have any like late round receiver that you like here?
Is Darius Slayton? I mean, I don't think
I want a rookie. I want a rookie. Shot. Yeah.
I mean,
do you go with JT Sanders or you want to go like Jonnu Smith?
Jonnu Smith is crazy, but I think Jonnu Smith could get some work too. I don't know.
All right, Miami, Cleveland, let's do it.
Yep.
So we got Jonnu Smith.
Jonnu Smith actually I think could be a decent. I mean, he had some
good call. We found
bangers.
All right, we're on the clock here. We're not taking Mahomes. We can go with by ADP. We have Lamar. Kind of interesting. Actually, no, I want to go late quarterback. So we got Higgins, Cooper again. Pacheco is interesting.
I think Pacheco.
Yeah, Pacheco. I like him there. 2 week 6 running backs, which is fine. We're not in trouble, but we definitely want to make sure not to take another week 6 running back.
We have to make sure we get some water carriers during week 6. No maestros. No maestros that just fall asleep.
Yeah, okay, so let me look at this real quick. So
damn.
Yeah, so round 6 is 8-person group, and you have a 6 out of 8 chance to get through. So it's pretty not too difficult.
That's not bad.
Yeah, 6 out of 8. So like that's why week 6 is on my rankings, because week 6 is not that hard to advance. But like once you get down to like I don't know, let's just go to like week 12, for example, it's top 5 out of
10,
9.
Oh, 9.
And then round 13 is 6 out of 10. So 60% is a lot different than, was it 80 for us right
75.
now?
75, yeah.
So it gets progressively harder to advance. So the bye weeks do matter a lot more. It's like, for me, it's like week 14 bye. Like I'm not touching more than like 1 or 2.
Sure, that's fair. Do you go a stud tight end on this then, or no?
No, I think optimally. I mean, you could do like a stud and then like 1 other decent guy, but I think one of the optimal ones was like 1 or 2 mid tight ends and 1 late.
So we're looking for Jared Goff for sure.
Yeah,
is
late quarterback and late tight end is very strong in this because you don't really need the 30 bombs from your quarterback at all, really. You don't need 30 bombs from your quarterback. You just need give me 20 every week, and I'm happy.
I mean, Anthony Richardson though is so tempting.
Yeah, I mean, if we do
if
we go A-Rich, we could do A-Rich Goff and stop, and that doesn't feel awful. So we can still go that route, but I'm not gonna force it.
Yeah.
All right, nice Underdog gear. Cheers. Yeah, thank you for that. Just gotta be faster than the slip 2 running from the bear. Chromers week 6. Redeem yourself with the Mahomes. Yeah, well, hopefully we'll make a good one, man. Who knows? This eliminator could be a good one. I like the eliminator. It's a good little backstop. I like it.
Just kind of crazy how thoughtful they are in making these different modes.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's sick. All right,
it is.
Rookie Devontae Walker, Jalen McMillan. We could go Malik and grab another Miami guy.
I don't like that idea, to be fair.
Right.
But who do we have left?
Rookie.
And
rookie. We could just go Tony and say YOLO. We could go.
Oh God. I mean, I kind of like Jalen McMillan.
All right, I'm down with that. I like McMillan a lot, and he's a good rookie bet.
Yeah.
All right, on the clock. We could do. I mean, I'm fine with A-Rich if you want to do that.
What? He's week 14 bye. What bye week is? 5. I like Anthony Richardson.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah, let's go. We
I
wanted
think
last
he's
tournament. Let's do it.
yeah.
What
a scam.
All right. So this team was all right. I don't even want to talk about it, but we'll go over it real quick. We got Mahomes, Sean Watson, Bijan Robinson, Joe Mixon, Javonte Williams, Corum, Jalen Wright. So you get the top half of the team. You're looking at the top half, and you're like, oh, it looks pretty good. And then you get to the bottom half, and it gets pretty gross. No Chiefs on the team other than Mahomes. It's okay. Not the end of the world. Not ideal. So we got Ayuk, Devonta Smith, Amari Cooper, Curtis Samuel, Courtland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy. We got the double stacked Cleveland guys. Troy Flanken. We got a double stack on Denver. Maybe they end up being undervalued. Jalen McMillan as a upside shot, and we got Evan Ingram, Musgrave, Jonnu Smith.
It's like one of the worst feeling things I've done in quite some time. There's nothing about that I enjoyed, and I'm sorry, but that felt bad. I don't know.
Oh, that's all right, man. It's part of the game. It's part of the game.
Gee,
this is what it is.
All
right. So I will say this so far. This team is like pretty. I would say probably more risky than I would take for eliminator. But we have another 13 picks left, so we can remedy that and grab some water holders, water carriers, like you said. But I would say like the players we've taken have a absolute ton of upside. And if
is David Montgomery one that you're looking at here next, or no?
I like Montgomery here. I would probably go lean receiver here.
Okay.
We also have Kyle Pitts there, I guess. I'm probably leaning 3 late tight ends, so maybe I'm just gonna avoid Kittle. Kittle is like a super risky guy too, so we don't need that.
I don't like Jordan Addison. Man.
I like Hopkins. I like Ladd.
Hopkins, what bye week is he? 5?
Week 5, so we're fine there. We just have 1 week 5 bye, not bad.
I mean, Deontay Johnson though, where is he at?
He's a little bit down, but we can get him next pick if you want Deontay also. I'm down with Deontay. Who do you want first?
Is Alvin Kamara a bad pick? He said wide receiver, sorry.
Let's go receiver. Hopkins?
Yeah.
All right, let's go D-Hop. So now we got another water guy, so that's good. I think like it seems pretty like commonly said like right now is that like Hopkins is probably undervalued a little bit. If you're just assuming that Ridley does what he did last year, which was like not be that good. And I'm a big Ridley guy. Like I've loved Ridley. I used to love him on the Falcons, but like Hopkins was pretty damn good last year, and they had he was connecting with Levis. They were pretty close. I mean, who's to say that Hopkins is not the wide receiver 1 there? I don't think it's like crazy to say. Also, they should throw a good amount. They've kind of bulked up. They paid Ridley a bunch of money. They have Hopkins. They paid Boyd money too. So they got 2 receivers to help out Levis, and they got 2 running backs that can catch the ball. Deontay went, yeah. I guess Deontay is like a pretty common pick for this too. Damn it. That's fine. I'd rather take Hopkins there than reach on Deontay there, to be fair. But I would have liked to get both. All right.
Yeah.
We're still receiver running back for now because we're not really in a range of anything.
So
ultimate water carrier.
He is, dude. Just get him a couple touchdowns, and he is a low end maestro.
All right. Who do you like here? We have some risky guys. I mean, Ladd is probably like the safest guy. I mean, Addison too is probably fine. He's also week 6 bye. We got Courtland Sutton is a guy that looks pretty safe as well. I don't think we want to take on the Rashi on this team.
I don't think so either. What's running back look like?
Aaron Jones, Ramondre.
Is Zamir White a ludicrous pick?
No, I mean I think it's fine.
I mean, what is he a later?
He's got a week 10 bye, so it's not overlapping, and he's also in my ranking. So
I think Zamir White is
okay. Yeah, I mean, I think he's going to get the ball a lot. So I think he's going to get like 20 touches a game pretty easily, if not like 15 to 20. And I mean, they didn't really add a running back, so he could just be the bell cow. I mean, not 100%, but he could definitely be the bell cow. They added a rookie, a late round rookie, almost undrafted, and then they got Madison, which it's Alexander Madison. So
yeah, I mean, he was not good enough to do much last year.
Yeah, indeed. And this is a guy Zamir White as one of our running backs for a week 6 bye feels fine. Give me like 10 to 12 points. I feel decent about that. Also Najee's there too. I don't completely hate Najee. I'm not like a big Najee guy, but I don't completely hate him either. So
I guess I just feel as if when Justin Fields starts playing, what does that do to Najee Harris? I mean, I guess they could run like read options and shit, but
so you think they? I guess like Fields would hurt. Fields would probably hurt those other two running backs a lot.
And okay, bye week is 9. If Pittsburgh sucks to begin the year, week 9 they're definitely switching over. They want to give Justin Fields a chance to see if he's worth anything.
That's fair too. Need to hammer a receiver. Yeah, we do after this pick. It's not as big of a deal because we're an eliminator.
I mean, do we want to go with Jameson Williams? Oh, that's another.
No, not on this team. Let's go Zamir. No way we're getting J-Mo on this team. And we already have him on Ross. So
yeah, I guess
J-Mo
right. You don't necessarily want to pair up as much.
No, stacking is like definitely not as important. It's not a bad thing, but you definitely
if we had the team last time for this.
Yeah, this is fine. I like this so far.
Now we getting somewhere.
I think so we're definitely going late tight end.
Tyler Lockett, is he on the short list?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Lockett for sure is on the list here.
And Njoku.
We have.
You go that high? I mean, Jake Ferguson.
I take a lot of Ferg if he's there. Yeah, Ferg's there. I would take him, but we don't. Yeah, no guarantee we get him there. Receiver Ladd and get the Herbert. Ladd, you want us to get Ladd there? Herbert. The thing about Herbert is like, oh man, like it just doesn't feel like
he's Herbert's athletic enough to get rushing yards though. Like he's not Stafford Stone, you know.
Yeah, he could do something. He can move, unlike other guys. I
mean, Justin Herbert had 228 rushing yards last year. It's not a Stone. It's not a lot, but.
We smash Ferguson here. If not, then we grab either Sutton or Lockett.
I think Lockett, but
that's fine. Yeah, I'm cool with that. But we definitely want to make sure we have enough at receiver, and then we just need to we're playing for Arians to be healthy all year, so we could probably go either 2 late quarterback or 1 more quarterback. But if we go 1 quarterback,
I think you just go Jared Goff, right?
Yeah, if we get Goff, that's probably a good shout. To be fair, yeah, you're not wrong. We don't want to go too risky. Ferguson, yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, beautiful. So originally plan was to go 3 tight end, but now we kind of have a little bit of luxury. The thing about this tournament is you want to have extra shots at the quarterback and tight end just because you don't know what you're going to get. You just have one. You have one bust week from if you have 2 tight ends, you have 1 bust week from Ferguson. We could just be dead. We just lose because we don't have any tight end points or something. So having the third guy is kind of safe, but we did spend enough capital where we could go 2 if we kind of think about it right. So I think with Goff, Average and Goff is enough capital where we could stop at 2.
Yeah, it's enough coverage.
Yeah, and then same with Ferguson. If we went Njoku or we went Bowers or Goddard, we could probably stop at tight end. But otherwise, we might want to go 3. We can play it by ear there, though. And I hope we can get one of these running backs to follow us, or receivers, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll fall, though, just because those guys are pretty attractive for this format, but we'll see.
And that guy has 2 wide receivers. He has 2 wide receivers.
This guy went 3 quarterbacks.
What are you doing?
Yeah, that's a little sus. Yeah, a lot of people do like this to think I don't know. It's like think it's going to be more safe, but it's just going to hurt you in the long run because you're eventually going to be in trouble when you decide to add that many quarterbacks to your team.
That's crazy.
First of all, 2 of those picks are going to be wasted most of the year, and then you're just like kind of nuking your. And the thing about like upside players is like you just get one good week. Like we get an HN 25 bomb, we probably just advance. Like just on that alone. Like we
There's
don't
enough.
even need.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's enough juice there where we're fine.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about taking ceiling guys in this tournament is when like you can't take too many where like you could leave yourself extremely thin, but if you take some, like they could just advance you outright. So Locker goes, queue up Adonai Mitchell. No, thank you.
Come on, Whitey. What are we doing here?
I mean, if we want to go unstacked, we could even do Jordan Love too. Yeah.
I guess I'll
definitely have to load up on receiver late.
I'll default to you, whatever you.
I'm like up in the air here. I don't really know what I want to do. I don't hate taking Love and just being done and having 2 good quarterback, but it's up. I mean,
yeah, I mean,
just take a tight
he
end
slings it.
All right, give me Love then. And it's a week 10 bye. We can get some Packers in this team. What's the week 10 look like though? Bye out of 60%. 60%. Now let's go and Njoku. Got her. Okay. Woo! Oh god, I almost screwed my pants. All right, we got Goddard. That's fine.
Do you like Goddard more than Njoku though?
I think they're both pretty similar. I just didn't want to take. I was trying to avoid a week 10, so I didn't want to just take another week 10 bye. Anyways,
that's fair.
So and really, what we need is like now it's like okay, week 5 we get through, we're looking strong. So because we're about to take Goff most likely, so if we get through week 5, we're looking really good, and week 5 is not that hard to get through. That's why I like building a lot of
6 out of 8.
I like front loading a lot of my teams where it's like, okay, get me through the early buys and I'm looking good. Rich man, if you don't take him, when will you? Oh no, I'm gonna take AD Mitchell on like my Rich stacks on probably not eliminator teams, but I mean I don't hate AD. I guess it's not the worst.
Tajay Spears, is that a better pick than AD Mitchell for what it is?
Not in particular. We have Anthony Richardson, so I don't. We could stack him once. I mean, would you rather stack him with Downs?
I think Downs. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with stacking, like single stacking him, but you don't like. I don't want to triple stack A-Rich. First of all, it's A-Rich, and second of all,
he does it by himself.
Yeah, and second of all, we don't want too many week 14 buys because it's really hard to get out of week 14. So
I agree.
So now we're looking at pretty okay range. You got Wicks in there. Yeah, we're just gonna have to just grab receivers as we go. Mooney's a definite target for me.
Yeah. I mean, New England players as well.
Thielen too. Thielen's there. Yeah, I like the New England guys too, as always. But they're also
someone has to be good there. I mean, just like.
All right. Shakir, Shaheed, Palmer, or Tajay. Week 5 for Tajay. Probably want to avoid that. We can go Chase Brown at week 12. It's probably Shakir, Shaheed, Palmer, or AD if you want to do that instead.
I think probably Shakir.
Or Jacoby Myers.
Shakir.
All right. So give us Shakir, and then Goff is next on our list here of who we would want to take. So hopefully we get Goff to fall to us again. Mooney printing press. Yeah, I like Mooney's like I like him in regular best ball, and I also like him in this a ton. Like Atlanta's gonna chuck it. Cousins gonna chuck it. I think Mooney's I just like Mooney. Mooney's a good pick. So we're strong at running back. We just need to like figure out week 6. We're really strong running back. with Achan, Pacheco, and Zamir. It's pretty good room.
Yeah. Or
So
you
we're
just
done at
hope
tight
that
end.
Zamir goes nuts against the LA Chargers. Week 6.
Is that week 6? Is that week 6?
I have no idea. Let's actually see what that is.
Yeah. Herbert goes. Schultz goes.
They got Pittsburgh week 6. Doable.
Okay.
Doable.
Could be an ugly game. A lot of running in there.
A lot of running.
Yeah.
That may be the game that Russell Wilson gets gone.
Be Fields time after that game.
Yeah, I mean,
Goff went. Okay.
God dang it, dude.
We can still go Cousins. I'm cool with that too.
All right.
Cousins and like Mooney seems fine. But I mean, there's no guarantee we're going to get it, but it's on the menu for sure. Otherwise, we're looking at like Baker, Geno range.
I mean, Baker's not a bad shot either.
Yeah, I like Baker too. We don't even need to stack him like that desperately. All right, so who's priority here? Do you want us to take Downs and get our single stack there? Or do you want to just take Kirk and lock up Kirk and be done at quarterback?
I think we'll. I guess who do you think provides more of a benefit? Do you think it's Downs or do you think it's Kirk Cousins right here? Can you get a better?
I think we get Downs for sure. Like we're making the bet that like, I mean, with this A-Rich pick, it's like we're really just hoping he's our quarterback like every week, except for week 14. Yeah. So we don't have to like freak out about quarterback that much. Because like if A-Rich isn't healthy, this team is not going to win anyways. Like we're dead.
Yeah, true.
So we could just further our bet on A-Rich and just say, okay, we need A-Rich and Downs to be solid and we can be a little bit stronger. And then we could see if Cousins is there next.
I think Baker may be a spot.
Yeah.
Week 14 they play the Raiders.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, that's a very good point. Because seeing who they're playing week 14 is pretty like useful too. Because not that we know matchups, if Cousins went anyway. So not that we know matchups, but like just having an idea of that game environment is important. Like if they're playing like, I don't know, they're playing the Bills or something in week 14. That's much at the Bills in week 14. That's pretty scary compared to against the Raiders, either in Tampa or in Las Vegas. Seems very, very pass friendly to me. So good point there.
I mean, Atlanta plays the Vikings.
Yeah, that's good too. So I'm very happy with Mooney.
Raiders are at Tampa.
Yeah, that's great with me. That's fine by me. As our second quarterback.
Which one?
Baker.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and Cousins went anyway, so we can't take him. So let's grab Mooney, unless you'd rather get like Wicks or Cooks or Leggetti or QJ.
I think Mooney probably has a better.
Okay. Yeah, I'm very into Mooney there. So now let's think about a couple things here. We have Bucky Irving as week 11 bye, so we can get like a single stacked Baker that way.
What are we looking for?
We're avoiding week 6 bye. We need more running backs, and we want players that are probably going to play. So like Rico's on the menu there. Rico's gone. Ray Davis is probably okay. Algier is not bad there. Kendra is my favorite. I don't know if he'll be available. Kendra went as well. Yeah.
Ty Chandler, is that unreasonable? Who's that?
No, he has week 6 bye. We can't do that. Massive value. AD is falling, huh? Yeah, I mean we'll take him if he continues to fall, I guess, but I'm not gonna.
Didn't you go Polk here? Or do you want a running back?
If we're taking a week 14 bye, I'll take AD at this point. But if he's still there, but no, I want a running back badly. We just don't know what I want specifically. It's not a very. Clyde is also week 6. God damn.
Is Bucky Irving a bad?
No, I think Bucky's a must for this team. Especially if we're gonna go Baker. Bucky's pretty important, I think.
Okay.
Chandler, I wish we could pick. Can't pick him. Algier is okay. We probably want to go 5 running back. 5 running back for sure. I just don't know.
Antonio Gibson, is that a ludicrous?
No, he seems like fine. Little Herbert. All right, let's see what we got here. So Bucky's a little bit later, thankfully. Josh Downs, Moody. So this guy took AD at 150. Solid pick. He's got only Purdy, though. I'll see if he lands the plane. Only Purdy, only Pitts feels a little rough, but we'll see if he gets something good late. This guy's going the T-Law stack. Not bad. Yeah. I'm into grabbing Ray Davis or Polk.
Yeah, I think. Well, Ray Davis, I think, is a very good possibility.
Maybe we grab Baker first just to be safe here because I don't. It's like a lot of not quarterbacks right here. We got 1 quarterback and this guy's 0.
Yeah.
So Ray Davis goes. That's fine. Is what it is. Probably more important to get Baker than to be stuck with like Levis, Gino, Carr.
So Baker and then Bucky Irving.
Yes. Yeah, that's the short plan for sure.
And then you're gonna want, I guess wide receivers, right?
Yeah, receiver and running back rest of the way. Yeah, receiver and running back rest of the way. Late running backs I like. There's been some, I don't know if you've seen some. There's been some stuff on Braylon Allen, backup for the Jets. So I've been pretty into taking some more of him. And
do we think that Breece Hall is gonna get hurt?
I don't think he will. So we have a player. We're running out of options here.
So
preferably we need people that are going to have roles by week 6, and obviously Braylon Allen is not a good bet. Bucky's a fine bet for that, and Gibson's okay too. Jaleel's also fine, but it just gets really gross.
I'm not necessarily stoked about Jaleel. I think there's a lot of folks that are hanging out in Denver.
Audric, they got P. Ryan. They have a ton of running backs there. I agree with that.
I mean, Deuce Vaughn, as stupid as that is, like, I don't know.
Yeah, we need some people by week 6. They're gonna have a role.
I don't think I think Rasheen Ali. I don't think that's unreasonable.
Yeah, I mean, there's those guys that are injured that are might have a role early. I'm good with locking in Bucky here.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we could grab Polk, I guess, if you want to do that instead.
No, I think we go Bucky.
All right. Let's get Bucky. So now, I feel pretty confident that we have 4 guys that are going to have a role early. I think personally, I think Bucky's going to play pretty quickly. If he's the 2, he'll play right away. They were trying to get Rachaad White off the field all season long. They didn't have an option to get him off. So watch AP Ryan. I mean, maybe he's on Denver.
There's just so many.
Yeah, there's a ton. So yeah, we're gonna have to start looking at some pretty ugly names. Herbert is probably the next guy I actually don't mind. Foreman's another guy that could easily be playing early too.
Gosh, yeah. I mean,
if Chubb's out for
first 6 weeks,
which is
they put him on IR. That's not unreasonable, and Foreman just gets it done.
He always plays pretty well when he's active and playing. He's always pretty good.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, Ford isn't that good, realistically. So
they got a good line, and I think Deontay Foreman's probably better.
It's watching P. Ryan. Yeah, I'm down with Foreman as a guy we want for sure.
I mean, there's no guarantee Chubb comes back. Dude,
Yeah,
superhuman.
that's what I've been. That's what I've been
Golly.
saying too. He's been really overcoming a lot, and even overcoming this will be very difficult for him. Any receivers that we like late? By ADP,
I mean, I think Thielen's a solid bet.
Thielen is a very good
That's a
water
water
carrier.
carrier for you.
Yeah.
You need the water carriers and maestros. Who's going to be your maestro?
This guy's performing at 160. Damn. Pain.
Damn, that does suck. Damian Pierce is worthless.
Mm-hmm.
Is J.K. Dobbins the most unreasonable thing you've heard of today?
No.
God.
If he plays anytime, he'll probably play early mid to late. I guess he got hurt early, so he might be out for a while. To be fair, feels fully healthy apparently, but we've also heard that before.
So do I right now, and that's not the truth.
It's Dalvin Cook's here.
Dalvin Cook. I mean,
Christopher likes to troll about Dalvin.
Dalvin Cook.
All right. I like Pop Douglas.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go Pop Douglas.
All right, give me Pop. So we have 3 picks left. Probably 2 running backs, 1 receiver.
I mean, realistically, things we got working for us. Week 14 is going to suck, and 2 of our worst receivers are that week.
Yeah, that's good at least. Yeah, we'll have Baker against the Raiders, and just hope that like Mike Evans drops like 3 touchdowns or scores like 3 touchdowns. Otten is interesting, but we already have 2 pretty high capital tight ends, so I'm not like dying to take him, and I'm guessing he's gone. On's probably gone already, dog. Yeah, On's gone. But yeah, running back is really our question here. Like, it sucks because there's not a lot of guys that are gonna have a role at all here. Really, nobody. Like, we're just gonna have to take some shots and just hope for the best. I would like Clyde is a guy I actually like, but we can't take him because we already have enough week 6.
I mean, is Deuce Vaughn a stupid pick? They said they're going to use 2 to 3. I don't even care about the slot staffs. They said they're going to use 2 to 3 running backs.
Yeah, I mean, we could fucking YOLO it with Deuce Vaughn if you want.
I mean, is that better than any of the other?
Roshan's my first pick here.
You think he gets in over Herbert or?
Well, I mean, we just need someone that's going to touch the field in week 6.
Tyrone Tracy.
You like him more?
I mean,
Eric Gray's the number 2 right now.
Is he?
Go that route? Yeah. Right now he's number 2. Maybe he's the guy to take early.
We just take the early beat. We just snag Tyrone Tracy early. What is Tyrone Tracy doing? I've never even seen the guy play.
All right, what are we doing here? Roshan?
Damn it. Yeah.
Tyrone Tracy? Braylon Allen?
You pick. I do not have a good answer for this.
I'll see Braylon Allen.
That's the thing is like you can feel so good and then just like actually when I think about this is not honestly this is like a good testament to like how quickly do you adapt to different sort of like game modes and stuff.
Don't go
like
Deuce land the plane.
Don't go Deuce. Yeah, right.
Yeah. So here's the thing for
like
me.
People are like, so clever.
Yeah, the thing about this is like I am kind of letting you make the 50-50 picks most of the time. So I'm going to try to steer us in the right direction, but I'm going to let you kind of make decisions here too. And that's kind of the whole idea. So even if it puts me in somewhere where I probably wouldn't go myself, I don't hate it either because
it doesn't matter because it's a different train of thought. You're not being stuck in a vacuum.
Yeah, that's the way I see it too. It's just there's so much nuance with this that it's good to just have different perspectives. That's kind of why I'm just like more of like the conductor is I want to make sure we're not going to go too off the rails. Other than the first draft, to be fair,
man,
couldn't really control Rashi Rice getting
sniped, but had that too.
Yeah, I put Rashi Rice on the team. I feel like I'm like 10 times better.
I feel real nice about it.
Yeah. So.
And dude, what a scoundrel Zarnes was.
Yeah.
Like honestly, that dude has 0 friends. Sniping, dude.
That's why Cranch is drafting the entire second half summer on the finding back. Hey, whoa. No, he's not.
That's a bad idea.
Oh, go Deuce. Exactly. Yeah. At least Cranch has some sense.
I mean,
Taking Deuce Vaughn, are you kidding me?
2 to 3 running backs, is that unrealistic to think that
I just don't think
Ezekiel Elliott dies?
Yeah.
Rico Dowdle is like no good. And then what do you have?
Here's the thing. I'm down to take Deuce Vaughn and not this tournament and not eliminator format.
Yeah, that's fair.
Diversifying. Yeah.
Also, it's a matter of like, I guess I have never seen the outcomes of this tournament either. So like I don't know like what hits and but then again, like after you do look at the like who hits and who doesn't, like you get a good understanding of that makes sense. Like why didn't I do that? I have never gone back and looked at that. So I mean that's something that's different.
I definitely have, but at the same time, like you don't want to like be too
the
rigid.
Past is the past.
Yeah, the past is the past for a reason. And like if you look back every year, either a different strat. First of all, zero RB is pretty much won every year.
Terrible. Yeah.
Zero RB is pretty much run every single year for like the past 3 years, like a zero RB team where you don't take a lot of capital early. Down with
Deuce Vaughn is going to get killed, dude. He's like 5'6" and weighs 100 pounds.
Dude, we're just gonna keep ripping. We're gonna rip this. We're gonna go Eric Gray and just take the Giants guys and just say YOLO. And then last receiver, D-Rob. We should have took D-Rob. Fuck. Should have took D-Rob. Damn it.
It was a week 6 though. I guess we don't have any.
We don't have much there. Maybe D-Rob will fall to us.
Yeah, Latavius Murray does have better odds. You just get to random call up. But is that the same thing as what Ray Davis is? Just younger?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, similar bet.
But that is crazy, though, that Latavius Murray vultured that many snaps from James Cook last year. And he got called off of the couch. Man, some people are just built different, man.
So I'd say at receiver we have a lot of safety. We have upside. Like our upside is like mainly limited to Josh Downs plus AJ or Amon-Ra plus DJ. And then I don't know, like Shakir probably doesn't have a lot of upside. Mooney probably doesn't have a lot of upside. Douglas probably has not a lot of upside. Hopkins, I guess, could pop. He's done it before. So I
have no idea what to think about Buffalo's offense.
Yeah.
Just betting on Josh Allen and
I was there.
Think.
Yeah, Latavius Murray, off the street he's done it before.
Yeah.
But I like in this contest, like for me, like I wouldn't have took Achane here probably. I probably would have took
Yeah, let's see what's going on there.
Waddle probably, maybe
Waddle
or Olave. Yeah. Waddle or Olave, just because like Achane is just like not a great, like he's not a great floor pick. He's like an awesome ceiling pick. Yeah. He has probably the best ceiling in the player pool. D-Rob went. Let's go with Boyd's fine if you want to go there. We can go Kendrick Bourne, Khalif Raymond, Jalen Hyatt is kind of interesting, but he's like not.
That's worse. That's worse than Achane.
Yeah. Receiver is not the problem though. What do you want to do?
Yeah, that's fair.
Boyd?
Yeah, let's go Boyd.
All right. I think Boyd will play a good amount. And we have Hopkins double. So our 3-week 5, we have Amon-Ra, Hopkins, Boyd. So it leaves us with DJ Moore, Shakir, Downs, Mooney, and Douglas. Feels fine. Completely fine to me. Feel good enough at every position. I think really the risk is like week 6. Do we either get enough at the other positions, which is very possible. We might just be fine because we have a strong team around it. Or week 6, we just need like one of these running backs to be like involved, whether it be Eric Gray, Brandon Allen, Bucky Irving.
Yeah.
That's Love's double. Yeah, we could have, but I don't really want to double stack in this tournament that much. Probably not the best unless you're going like Cousins double late or like a May double late, which even May is kind of a hard pick in this. What were we gonna say?
Yeah, you hope that Anthony Richardson goes bonkers.
Yep, I agree.
And you hope that Josh Downs is his best mate.
Yeah, I'm with it, dude. I'm actually like I'm honestly fine with the team. I didn't mind it at all. I thought it was fine. Just like definitely a couple things I would have changed if I was drafting it myself, but that's kind of the point of this.
Yeah,
So
you just need to be dancing at the end of it.
yeah, so um, yeah, I mean mistakes we definitely made is like some of the some of the spots we probably should have paid attention to bye week a little bit better. Not like
Yeah.
it's the end of the world, but like maybe we would have took that Pacheco pick back and then kind of put us in a little bit of a bind the rest of the draft. A-Rich, I'm fine with. I just wish we got him on the first draft instead. Just sucks that we got that sniped on us. I mean, it's really just like we got sniped on a couple things that kind of derailed us. We recovered about as good as you can get without just like pooping your pants and grabbing like Justin Watson, Sky Moore, and what's that guy's name? Justin Ross. Like,
who cares?
Yeah, like
who cares?
Without doing that, we did pretty fine. Look right now who you can beat week 6 for Vance. Well, we won't be. We'll be in a different.
Yeah, be a different pool.
Different pool of people, so we can't check that. But yeah, I mean, this is. I mean, I like the. And another thing about the eliminator format is like you could just do anything, and there's definitely an optimal way to play where like optimally, you probably want 3 late quarterback, 3 late tight end, but you could do other stuff. And if you can make it through and you build your team well, you have more upside with an elite quarterback. Like you have more upside if you have Lamar in your team once you get to the end than Baker and Jared Goff and like Russell Wilson or something. You have way more upside with a Lamar team than that way. So that's the same with A-Rich here. We have A-Rich. It's risky, but if we make it through, then A-Rich is kind of going to carry us, and that's going to be our big factor of like winning the tournament.
Having A-Rich in that first tournament just I think changes the whole dynamic of that. I mean, I think he's going to go absolutely bonkers. He's huge. He can knock off a 60-yard run.
Yeah,
I don't know if he gets 15 rushing touchdowns. Yeah, I know that's the record, but golly, he has the ability to do it. So,
yeah, and I don't think this was our best work, but at the same time, that's kind of the idea. And
the cookie crumbles.
But the main thing is like what was optimal last year is not going to be optimal, not necessarily going to be optimal this year. So like anything could work. Obviously, the general principles of like best ball are like important. Like try to stack your players if you can. And I think it's been proven that like the correlation of your week 17 is like pretty ideal. Just makes you have to get less things right. Because if you end up with like last year, for example, Cleveland played the Jets, which was like kind of a gross game, but it ended up being amazing for fantasy. And Joku popped off for like 18 points. Brees Hall had like 35. Jerome Ford had like 23. So like a massive game from those guys. And all you needed to do is think like, oh, I just took Brees Hall. Let me grab Njoku on this team just because they play the Jets or they play the Browns. And then you just end up on that correlation. And that game goes off and you end up profiting because of it. So the correlating of the week 17 is like very important. And like, it's not going to hurt you. As long as you're not reaching for it, it doesn't hurt you. So you might as well do it. Because like also, if you made a DFS lineup today for week 17, you would have some sort of correlation in some shape or form. And that's what you're trying to do now. You're trying to make a team in week 17 that you wake up and you look at that is like, this is actually a good team for this week. Like I have good players and good correlation on it.
When do I guess over the last couple of years, when are the drafts happening that get you in the finals? Like are they happening in June, in May, or is it in August?
Those vary a lot. Depends on like how many preseason injuries there are.
I guess I'd like to see since over the last 2 years.
So the last 2 years, the winner of BBM last year was, I think it was an August draft. So like pretty late. And then before that, they were both drafted in July. So pretty early. And then there's been a good few that have finished like top 10 that were drafted in May and June. So it really varies.
It doesn't matter.
The idea is there's different benefits of drafting at different times. And if you can identify that, that's good because most people don't identify what it is. right now, drafting now is the best way to get closing line value on players that are going to go up a bunch.
Yeah.
Drafting later is best because you get players like
You get for sure players in for sure spots.
Rico Dowdle, and you avoid more injuries. Like you get like last year, people were taking Malik Davis.
Sure.
I was taking like Dwayne McBride was on the Vikings too, and those ended up being useless picks. People were taking them all summer, and ended up being Ty Chandler and Dwayne and Rico Dowdle were both pretty useful all year. So you avoid those picks if you draft later, and then you can kind of grab them and have them at a lower percentage. And the same with, and then obviously the biggest smash of all time, Kyron and Puka last year were not drafted
Week
early.
17.
But they were drafted later.
Round 17.
Yeah. And most people were taking Puka later in the draft season too. And then Kyron was like undrafted for a while and then got drafted towards the end once he was like sitting during the preseason. So
yeah, I guess it makes sense. But yeah, I think what you're doing in regards to like crowdsourcing, other thoughts has to be done. Otherwise, you end up with unless you have these these overlays to be able to show you how often you pick someone, like it's really easy just to go back to the same trail you've already been on.
You've been doing, and you want to avoid that as much as you can, unless you're just doing a few, like if you're doing a portfolio especially, and even then you kind of want to avoid it just so you like, let's just say like you draft 100%, I don't know, you draft 100% Devontae Adams and he gets hurt in week 5 and you're just like, oh well, I just lost every single team.
Yeah, that's dumb.
That's never a fun feeling. Here RB is swept. I think year 1, hyper fragile one, which is 4 running backs early, like 4 early running backs. But keep in mind that was like 4 years ago, and the landscape was completely different. You can get receivers later, and running backs were earlier that were fine, but you can get all the receiver upside late, and now you can't do that. So hyper fragile winning seems extremely unlikely, considering like the last 3-4 years that.
Running backs are just
heavy running back seems unlikely to win now.
You just have, you have so many running backs that are gonna be playing. I mean, look at the wide receiver contracts they were talking about here, recently. How much do the wide receivers make? I mean, Christian McCaffrey, he getting $19 million a year. It's not 30
recently. Yeah, not getting as much money. Even he's like 30. The best running back in the league.
Yeah, he's a freak.
Age probably has something to do with that. I'm curious what like Brees and Bijan will get at soon. I mean, I don't know how much they'll get, but it's just the lifespan of a running back is so short in the NFL.
Then again, I guess who is the team that they're already on that's going to pay him that money? And I don't think so.
Yeah, there's not a lot of teams that are willing to pay a running back when they can just. I mean, the Eagles have been doing it like every year. They just like get a new running back, except until they got Barkley. But they've just been getting new running backs every year, just like getting cheap running backs every year. I think you can get in May. Yeah. So there's also combinations of players you can't get in May. Like, I mean, there's also like maybe Rashee Rice is suspended for 4 games and he goes back up to pick like 50 just because people are like, oh, I'm not that worried about it anymore. He's only missing 4 games.
Yeah, that's fair.
So then like now we get him at pick 80 and 2 months from now we get him at pick 30. Like that's a big difference too. So tons of like movement happens, but like obviously the earlier you draft, the more risk you have of like a player getting completely nuked because they get traded or something and then they drop a bunch of rounds, or you kind of get those situations where they get hurt, and then that's like the worst obviously if they like get hurt for the whole season and you just have them, and that's just part of the nature of the game there.
Yeah, I guess it's a matter of almost not busting your load early on. Like they're gonna have 3 months. Like you gotta wait for things to change because they don't happen instantly.
Yeah, that's why I kind of draft throughout, whether it be only BBM or different.
Have you done slow drafts then, or no?
They're nice to do, but I just don't like the format as much. It just takes longer, and it's easier to like. It's harder to make a mistake in a slow draft, so then the drafts are just better. Like everyone's draft is better sometimes. In fast drafts, you could have a guy like fall asleep, or they like are out with their buddies drinking or something, or they just like forget they're on a draft, or they just like make mistakes because they have a clock on them. It's like a lot easier to make a mistake. So there's a little bit more edge in fast draft, but at the same time, like the slow draft's really nice because you can you get that advantage of getting more information.
News hits differently.
Yeah, it's like you could be like, oh man, I'm on the clock right now, and ETN's out for the season. Let me grab Tank Bixby right now. And then you grab him, right? Or grab, whoever you want to grab on the Jags. So
Yeah,
you can
and
react to
I
that
guess that
information.
could almost work it against you though, just like overreaction.
It
To
often
different
does.
things.
Yeah. Overreaction often messes people up.
So I guess it's a matter of having conviction in what you
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, it's really hard because there's so much news that happens where like whether that be like news that is actionable or not is like very hard to determine.
Yeah.
Some late running backs will go for sure. Yeah, like I think Bucky's gonna rise. I think whoever ends up being the backup in the Giants is gonna rise. The Jets backup is gonna
Blake
rise.
Corum could
Like
rise.
Form's gonna continue to rise, especially if Kyron continues to be hurt. Like tons of risers. So like you can grab those guys you think have a chance to rise, which I tend to target them too. Or like you don't even have to be 100% sure, but just like having an idea, like this guy could easily rise, and you just grab him. But that all takes time and practice. But that's why, yeah, there's no cut and dry way to draft, but it's good to like at least know what does work and try to like draft accordingly. But trying new things is like the fun of this is trying new stuff.
Yeah, it's just a matter of going back and reviewing your work and
Yeah.
seeing what did not work. Because if you're just trying new things and you have no idea, then
Yeah,
you have no idea what the process is.
no idea if it's working or not. Yeah, you gotta keep track of that, which I'm definitely gonna do this year because I came up with a strategy that I like a lot, the touch rule strat. So essentially, just you draft 4 running backs or 5 running backs, and you grab them all that have like good volume projection. So like example of those kind of guys is like Pacheco,
Jalen
Amir
Warren.
White, Jalen Warren, Najee. Mixon is a top like a guy I take a lot in that. Where like 3 years ago, you would take those 4 guys at the top 4 picks. Now you can take them like round 7 to 10.
Yeah.
And get this like very similar profile players and just do that and stop at running back. And I've been trying to do that. And I think it's like a pretty interesting strategy that I don't think anyone's going to really do that much. So just like thinking about like the type of players you could have got 3 years ago. And now you need to grab the receivers early or you're going to get buried.
Hosed. Yeah.
Yeah. So then now like, okay, can I grab those running backs that are similar to the ones we would have grabbed in the first, like, Mixon was like a 2nd round pick not that long ago. So like those kind of guys, like, can I get those guys now that would have gone earlier a couple of years back? And can I just get those guys that are going to get me volume that give me 15, 20 points every week?
So who in the 5, 6, 7 range do you think is coming out as the best?
I like
in that range.
I like Mixon the most personally.
What about a mix of wide receiver and running back? Because like is Deontay Johnson an unreasonable? I mean, if he does, he's better than Adam Thielen. So
yeah, I mean Deontay Johnson is damn good. I liked him last year a good amount. I think if I take Deontay, I'm gonna like compound that bet and grab Bryce Young too. Because like,
gosh, and how many times do you want to do that?
Not that often. That's the difference. But like, if I want to make a bet on Deontay, like being even better than this, which is hard because Deontay's not like the best ceiling kind of play. But like, if Deontay's gonna meet this draft capital, if not exceed it, Bryce Young's gonna have to be pretty good, I think.
So Bryce Young was a 23rd ranked quarterback, 10.4 points per game last year.
Yeah.
Does he get any better? You would have to. I mean, I just don't think that he gets any better than. Well, he'll get better, but
the good thing about Bryce Young is he's not going
to
be your quarterback that you need to contribute every week. But if I'm going to make a bet on the Panthers, I want to take Bryce Young ideally.
You got to make sure that you have a top 3 quarterback, then, right?
If you're taking Bryce Young is a good combo to go with like Kirk, Baker, and Bryce Young, or go Lamar, Bryce Young, or go Hurts, Bryce Young, or Mahomes, Bryce Young. I think he's fun to like take as an upside piece. But like I don't see Deontay really getting you what you need when it matters. Whereas like Brian Thomas could do that for you.
That's fair.
Rome Odunze could do that for you if he ends up being the best on that team somehow. Keon Coleman could do that for you, being number one on the Bills. So Josh Mingo is dust.
I mean, I guess you're looking at Panthers 15, 16, 17 are playing Cowboys, Cardinals, and Bucks.
They have good matchups too. Yeah.
I mean, Cowboys they could get absolutely rinsed against.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be an absolute shootout for CeeDee Lamb, you know.
Yeah,
but
Carolina has a good postseason schedule too. Like like week 15 to 17. I actually like it a lot. I've been taking a lot of Jonathan Brooks because I think they're gonna pound the rock. But
yeah,
I like Jonathan Brooks the most out of all the Panthers because he might just get a big workload, and I'm a big fan of that guy.
Yeah, I agree. I think
I'm going to start taking Deontay, but especially on this format specifically, because this is like the perfect format for Deontay Johnson, a guy that like has a pretty reasonable ceiling of like 20-ish points in half-point PPR. In full-point PPR, he's probably got like a 30-point ceiling, but in this, like 20 points is probably about as good as he's going to get. First, look at a massive flip, indeed. But yeah, it's just really hard to see. Like, I don't know, he's not a guy that scores a ton of touchdowns either, and Bryce Young hopefully can get on the ball in the end zone. But like, if anything, he's like Adam Thielen, but better. And if not, then Bryce Young is not going to be good. If Bryce Young's not good, then he's probably an awful pick.
Yeah. You're right. If Deontay Johnson's trash, it's because Bryce Young is trash.
Bad. Yeah, because Deontay Johnson is provenly pretty good.
He's a good player.
If Bryce Young's bad, then he's an awful pick. And then if he's good, then I don't even think he has a ton of upside. But like,
I guess let's say Deontay Johnson was averaging 9.8 fantasy points per game. If Bryce Young is Kenny Pickett, that's a bad pick.
yeah, and he's not.
That's a terrible pick.
As much.
Because he's only getting 11 touchdowns. Is Deontay Johnson catching 7 of them? Probably not.
Yeah, I think what Deontay had, I think 4 or 5 last year.
He had.
I can look. 5 touchdowns and 7
touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah. If Bryce Young is Kenny Pickett, Deontay Johnson is a trash 6th-round pick.
Yeah.
He's an awful 6th-round pick.
Yeah. But I mean, if you just hope that Bryce Young can do what Thielen did last year, and maybe a little bit better, then you're somewhat okay with it.
I mean, 10.6. Is there that much of a difference between 9.8 and 10.6? I mean, I guess it's a matter of Thielen, going at whatever pick, 160 or something like that.
Yeah. Well, I think Deontay's the clear number 1 there this year.
Yeah, I guess it's not even necessarily worth looking at because.
Yeah, because Thielen, I don't.
Thielen's toast.
Yeah, I think Thielen's going to be in the back. In the back, and then especially if Xavier Legette is like any good, then I think Thielen's really toast.
Well, I guess if Deontay Johnson is this year's Adam Thielen, 10.6 fantasy points is still not good.
Yeah, like you're not even happy with that. Like if you have him on your best ball team, you're not happy with 10.6. Like you need.
Oh, you are.
The whole point of your best ball teams is like you need those 20 bombers just to hit your lineup. Even if like you'd rather have a guy that scores 20 points 3 times a year than scores 10.6 every single game.
Yeah,
just because you can mix and match your guys where like
I guess
they get 20 and then someone else gets 20 and someone else gets 20.
Where's DK Metcalf going at?
Like the 3rd round.
He's the 3rd round. 3rd, 4th. What's comparable? Terry McLaurin. Does he
like Terry at price?
Does Terry McLaurin? I don't know.
He's getting a quarterback upgrade though, at least.
Yeah, I mean, someone can sling it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see that dude just sling it around. I don't know. Yeah, it's all. It's all hypothetical anyway, but
yeah,
definitely fun to think about.
Yeah, this is fun chats, man. Dude, we gotta do this again. I've enjoyed the deeper dive into it because I think about it a lot, but I don't get to talk about it a lot. So I like talking about the deeper stuff. So you kind of dig that out of me. So that's good.
Yeah, I think the game theory is like the only reason to do these kind of things, and it's a matter of figuring out. I mean, you can always pay for the player after they've already hit, but that's not how you figure out. That's not how you win.
It's not how you win. Yeah, you got to get them before they hit.
Yeah.
That's the whole
So
point. But
yeah.
let's recap this team real quick, and we'll call it a day. That was a ton of fun. We'll definitely have you back on. We'll have you back on as a group, and we'll probably. I mean, we got a long summer ahead of us. We'll definitely get back on for another, whether it be Best Ball Mania or this contest or some other one. We can definitely do something else for sure. Also, there's other sites I'll be playing on throughout the summer, which I'll be jumping in, and we can check out that too, maybe. One thing you got to join us for this year is the playoff contest on FFPC with me and Adam and Tate did that last year.
Yeah.
Just so fun. Just an absolute.
Oh, I
blast, dude.
tried to listen. Well, I tried listening to it, and I was doing it half-assed, and that was the problem. Was I got lost in the sauce, had no idea what was going on.
Yeah.
I was like, I
It
don't
is like
go
the
back and look.
ultimate. It's the ultimate game theory,
That
and like
is.
it's so fun. It is so fun to do. So
But if you have no idea what's going on,
yeah,
it's
you'd
tough.
be lost.
I
But
was
yeah,
totally
it's
lost.
extremely fun to just chat about it. It is just like probably one of the most fun contests. So we can rip that around playoff time. But hopefully before that point, we're winning tournaments
Celebrating
like this one.
crotch chops.
Crotch chopping this eliminator team.
Oh my gosh.
Feel better about this one than the other one. But
yeah. If
this
they were
one-
vice versa, I'm feeling a lot better.
Me too. We'll go through the team real quick. We got Amon Ra, A-Chan, DJ Moore, Pacheco, A. Rich at quarterback, DeAndre Hopkins, Zamir White, Jake Ferguson, Dallas Goddard at tight end, Khalil Shakir, Josh Downs, Darnell Mooney, Baker Mayfield at quarterback, Bucky Irving at running back, Mario Douglas, Braylon Allen, Eric Gray. So a couple YOLO shots at running back, and Tyler Boyd to give us a little bit more floor just on top of the floor we had for the eliminator.
Yeah,
so
that's vice versa.
Yeah,
smoke show.
I agree.
Fine.
Yeah, the team feels even better.
Yeah, but that's not how the cookie crumbled today.
That works. But hey, fun time. Appreciate you spending time. You got anything for the people, or you just?
I don't have anything. Go out there and live life, baby.
Oh yeah, man. Fun time. Appreciate everyone hanging out, and yeah, you guys all have a wonderful rest of your week, and we'll see you guys next time on Funny Value Fantasy. For myself, for Boyo. See you later. Peace out.